welcome back to a special edition of Unity. We're here on location here in Columbus, Georgia, at the Columbus Housing Authority. And I'm telling you, if you ladies and gentlemen love baseball, we have a Major League Baseball player with us. He is Edwin Jackson of the Washington Nationals, and he just finished his season out. I'm going to tell you one thing, he's making a pit stop on Big Girl Show. And I have his wonderful fiance with me, Miss Erica. I want to go ahead and welcome them to Unity.
Thank you. Good to be here. Glad to be here. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to have you. I feel special. I can't say it no better. I feel special. You know, some of my viewers, I've been online, I've researched you and got a chance to watch some of your plays on YouTube, and somebody's saying, you know what, I don't know about Edwin. Tell my viewers about you.
I mean, other than the baseball life, I'm pretty relaxed, and I'm a pretty chill person. Pretty mellow. I'm not real outgoing, but let her tell it. Sometimes I have my days where I'm real talkative, but I mean, I see myself as I just feel normal. I feel like I have a baseball life, and then I have my normal life, and I try not to bring baseball to the house. When I come home, I try to be me, and I try to stay as normal as possible.
Well, you know, I want to talk a little bit, too, about you growing up in the military and moving around, because that's a lot. Tell my viewers about that, being in the military. The
military life, I think it kind of helped me out for baseball, just for me being on so many different teams at a young age. Been on 7 different teams, actuality, and 8 teams if you count one on paper. Just I had a 3-way trade one year with Toronto, so I was there for like 2 hours, but I never did actually go. But I mean, military life, I grew up pretty much on the move, meeting new friends, and adapting to new environments, and it's pretty much been the same way in baseball. You know, I keep a bag packed, and I've bounced around, and I've had to meet new teammates, and I've had to adjust and adapt to different cities and different climates. But I mean, that's part of what makes you you. Everybody has that thing about them that makes them unique. And growing up the military life, I feel like it was kind of premeditated for me to be a baseball player or be an athlete, and that's what I do.
Now, you talked about military and how that's helped you be a well-rounded person. Would you say that also helped you in your own family now that you have?
Definitely. I mean, you know, it isn't an easy lifestyle. It's a tough lifestyle, and I would say more so for her than me. You know, it's a lot of times we go on the road, and she's the one at home, so you definitely have to make sure that you take care of the house before you leave the road. And I mean, it's tough, especially, I mean, we have a 11-month-old son, Xavier, so it's tough when you're going away from your son. And you're on a road trip for 2 weeks, but at the end of the day, we have to eat. So somebody has to go out and provide for us. And I mean, it's tough, but I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. I feel like this was God's plan for me, and I'm just here to fulfill it.
Well, it's okay to say God, because we are a Christian-based show, and I'm a pastor's daughter, and we give it up for God hard. Okay. So I'm glad to know that I got some believers sitting on my set. Erica, tell me, he's been talking all about you, holding the house down. Mom and girl, how you do
it? It's tough sometimes, to be honest. But I think, like you said, if anybody could do it, him and I could do it. Because we're both military brats also, so we're used to moving around. And he had a couple mid-season trades back-to-back. So that just basically means he picks up and leaves as soon as he goes to his team, and then I'm left behind to pack up our household and then get all of our stuff to the next destination.
So you've got to handle the logistics of the home front, shuffling the children.
Well, I was pregnant last year when it happened, so I didn't have any kids yet, but it's still kind of, it's a process.
So what's it like for you? I mean, here you are, you're a role model to women are looking up to you. What's that like? Because this is a big role for you. Soon to be wife, mom. I mean, what do you want people to hear from you?
It's not as glamorous as everyone may think it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like I have a great life. I'm extremely blessed, and I would not complain about it at all. But there's just a lot of, like, ins and outs to it, and just, you know, it's just a different lifestyle, something that I just could never imagine I'd be in late nights with the baseball games, but it's fun.
Because you got a lot of young men and young women coming out of high school, and they're like, oh, I can't wait to be this professional athlete. but a lot of them do not realize the sacrifice that goes from home to kids. I hear you touching on that. Touch on that a little bit, Edwin, about that, because you're a father and you running, you know. Wow.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is people don't understand it's a job at the end of the day. I mean, we go out and we have fun, but I mean, it's a job. It's just a different field of a job. I mean, when a manager call you in the office and they say that they're releasing you, the realism hits. And I mean, I've seen people come out of the office crying. I mean, that's telling someone pretty much you're fired. You know, you're not getting paid. So you definitely have to be able to separate the game from the job and still have fun doing so at the same time.
You know, do you think it is, if you had to do it all over again, would you do it all over again?
Every day.
Okay, every day. What about you, Erica?
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to go to commercial break, and then we're going to hear more from Edwin and Erica. And I'm loving this about being professional athletes. Coming back on Big Girl Show, Unity with Pam.
Unity with Pam Willis-Hovey is being brought to you by these sponsors.
When you've been hurt in an accident, it helps to have experienced and knowledgeable attorneys to help you in your time of need. For over 30 years, our office has been helping victims in auto and truck accidents or with work-related injuries. We resolve thousands of cases both in and out of court. So if you've been hurt and it wasn't your fault,
talk to Walt. Talk to Walt. Talk to Walt.
Talk to Walt.
For your free consultation, call today, 1-855-GO-ASK-WALT.
For more than 60 years, the Dairy Queen recipe for success has been simple. It's been a combination of hardworking people, great tasting food, and tempting treats served in our establishments every day. Although a lot has changed in 60 years, some things remain the same. The smiles on children's faces, a treat for a good report card, close friends enjoying a great meal, and families spending quality time together. Here at DQ, we are always committed to treat you right.
When Bill Larson's brakes started squeaking. When Pam Summers' check engine light went on. And before Tom headed out on vacation. They all came here. Midas. Total car care. Total customer care. That's the Midas touch.
Welcome you to be a part of our ministry. This is not a put on, but this is a come on. And we come to share in our different ministries with our dance team, with our choir, and our TV ministry. And we looking for great things to happen, great miracles to happen within this great thing to happen, great miracles to happen within this place. Come and be a part of the blessing plan.
Hello, and welcome back to a special edition of Unity. We're here at Columbus, Georgia Housing Authority, and I have a wonderful Major League ball player with me. He was Edwin Jackson, and also his fiancee, Erica. I want to go ahead and say welcome to Unity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, you guys have been ministering on this show, whether you know it or not. But God has a way of just doing things the way He wants to, and at Unity, we let Him flow. And like I was saying, you know, you have a lot of young cats, if it's all right to say that. They want to jump into this industry not knowing what to do. And then a lot of them, to be honest with you, go broke. What is that like? Because a lot of people turn their monies over to the agents, not knowing what to do. How do you keep it all perspective and not go broke?
I mean, it's definitely a tough lifestyle. You have a lot of people that want to do it, but a lot of people don't want to put in the work that it takes to get there. So everybody wants to be famous, but nobody wants to put in the work it takes to be famous. And I mean, the money is fine, but money doesn't make life. You can have the most money in the world, and you can still be the most miserable person in the world. If you don't have it balanced out, to where you're still able to live your life with the money that you have, then you'll have all the money, but you won't be happy at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people get caught up in that. And you see a lot of people when they make the money and they start going through it, because a lot of people haven't had money like that. You know, I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up with the money that I have now. So you definitely learn the value of a dollar. But it's easy to get caught up in a lifestyle and to get going and to get going and to get going, and next thing you know, you look around and you're like, man, I spent a lot of money, but where did it go? So it is definitely imperative that you have a balance in life and you're able to control the lifestyle and not let the lifestyle control you, because things spiral fast, and when it happens quick before the blink of an eye. So I've always just taken an approach, just as quick as it comes, it can go just as quick. So, enjoy it, have fun, but at the same time, you still have to be responsible.
Now, do you think a lot of that, learning how to work with the money and everything, does that come from your father? Would you contribute that to your parents?
It's probably from a combination of both. But like I said, I grew up in a family. We have a pretty strong family. Everybody gets along, so it's a pretty strong knit family. But it's personality too. I'm pretty laid back and I'm pretty low key. But you have some guys, they get to where they want to be and then they change. So I've always been big on not changing, just staying the same. Everything's changed, but financially I'm a little different. So that's the way I look at life, that I'm still the same person, but I just have a little different financial structure in the life that I do with the job that I have. So I just take advantage of it and continue to do things that I would do on a normal basis.
Now, do you think investing and also opening your own companies, does that help? Do you see yourself? Because I don't know if you invest. I don't know if you have your own business.
Investments are risky. A lot of people that invested on things that hit big, they went in not knowing. I think you have to have a financial group that you can really trust. You have a lot of shady financial groups out there. You have shady financial advisors. You have people that's hiding monies from the clients, and they not necessarily knowing where the money is in at one time. But you have to be able to take control of your own things, and you still have to be able to manage your own money even when someone else is managing it. So you still have to be like an overseer and make sure that everything is copacetic. But a lot of that is the trust you have in the people that you have handling your money. At the end of the day, if that goes wrong, that's pretty much what your blood, sweat, and tears is all going to waste, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, you see a lot of times, I hope it's okay to say this, and if you don't want to answer that, then I respect that. But a lot of people get caught up into drugs and women. And I noticed from going on the internet with you, your life is clean. And I must commend you for that.
Once again, that goes with having the money and letting the lifestyle take over. You can be around all the women and all the drugs you want, but if you're strong enough mentally to say, I don't want to do it, then you can still have a good time without doing it, and everyone else will do it. Clearly, the more money you have, the more situations you have a chance to be in around. And when you put yourself in that situation, if you know you're vulnerable to something, then you have to be mind strong enough not to do it.
How do you keep yourself not getting caught up in that?
Stay at home. I got my PO officer over here. She stay on me, but that's why I say my personality. I'm just cool, calm, and collect. Not too high strung. I'm pretty mellow, so I'm sure that helps a lot.
Well, what do you say? You see a lot of the pressures too as a female. How do you keep yourself rooted and grounded? Because I know there's pressures on you.
I think just like with Edwin, we just both have pretty strong family structures, and we come from, our parents have very good morals, and they just instilled those things in us, and so that's just how we maintain, I think.
Well, I want to say I've got a couple of minutes. I know we're here because you're giving back. You're paying it forward. You wanted to bless the families and the housing authorities. What made you want to take on this particular charity, this particular adventure, especially at Thanksgiving, right at the door?
It was something different. Last year we gave away bikes, so Erica, she decided, for Thanksgiving, when we do something a little different and give away some turkey baskets and to some less fortunate families. But, it's always good to give back. When you've been blessed enough to be in situations, it's imperative that you spread your blessings and you bless those who aren't fortunate enough to be in the situation that you're in. And it just helps you feel better as a person at the end of the day. You're giving back to the community and you're helping those less fortunate.
Well, we've got 1 minute. I definitely want you to look in the camera. And what do you want people to learn from Edwin?
I want everyone to be better than me. I don't want anyone to necessarily come up like me, but I just want you to know that there is hope and there is inspiration, and if any way that we can do that, then we want to pass along to let you know that you can do anything that you put your mind to.
Well, Edwin and Erica, I want to say thank you so much for doing Big Girl Show, and I'm telling you, I know my audience has been blessed. We're coming back with some more guests with the Columbus Housing Authority.
Unity with Pam Willis Hovey is being brought to you by these sponsors.
Come into Chester's Barbecue for our world-famous mouth-watering ribs, smoked fresh on our grill daily. Or try one of our barbecue pork plates with fresh sides. Chester's has delicious sandwich combos to choose from that are sure to please. We also serve tempting home-cooked favorites. And don't forget to take home your own bottle of great sauce. Chester's Barbecue, serving the best food at the best price, with 3 locations to serve you.
You love your parents, and it's hard to see them struggle to keep their independence. Magnolia Manor can give your parents the assistance they need to enjoy life. You won't have to worry if they are eating well or taking their medications properly. And they'll be in a safe, secure environment with no need to worry about cleaning house or doing yard work. Visit magnoliamanor.com to learn more. Magnolia Manor, just down the road. A community of convenience, caring, and fun.
My name is Japal. 2 years ago, I received a kidney transplant. When I was 21 years old, I started dialysis, and for 7.5 years, I was a patient receiving treatments 3 times a week for 4 hours each session, and man, it was hard. After receiving my kidney transplant, I was able to find and marry the love of my life. My kidney transplant gave me my life back.
You have the power to donate life. Be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. To find out how, go today to donatelifegeorgia.org.
When you've been hurt in an accident, it helps to have experienced and knowledgeable attorneys to help you in your time of need. For over 30 years, our office has been helping victims in auto and truck accidents or with work-related injuries. We resolve thousands of cases both in and out of court. So if you've been hurt and it wasn't your fault,
talk to Walt.
Talk to Walt.
Habla con Walt.
Talk to Walt.
When Bill Larson's brakes started squeaking. When Pam Summers' check engine light went on. And before Tom headed out on vacation. They all came here. Midas. Total car care. Total customer care. That's the Midas touch.
Enrichment Services is giving a young child in our community a head start on kindergarten. Enrichment Services is providing a nutritious meal for senior citizens. Enrichment Services, a host of educational and assistance programs to benefit all ages.
Hello and welcome back to a special edition of Unity. We are here on location at the Columbus Housing Authority, and I have Beverly Lemie. She is the grants coordinator, and I want to go ahead and say welcome to Unity.
Thank you so much.
Some of my viewers may not know what the Columbus Housing Authority does or even what it is. Tell my viewers about that.
The Housing Authority provides housing to those of low and moderate income, and our housing is some of the best, as a matter of fact, in the United States. And it's basically a subsidized housing program.
Now, how do people find out if they're needing, let me say it like this, can anybody apply for Columbus Housing, or do you have to have a certain income ratio to do it?
It is income-based, and it's based on the incomes that are put out by the federal government, and it changes from year to year what those incomes are. But It's basically low-income housing.
Low-income housing. Now, I've been living in Columbus all my life. How many Columbus Housing Authority properties do we have? Because Big Girl don't know. I know we got a lot of them, but Big Girl don't know.
We have quite a few, and we have quite a few programs. We're kind of a diversified housing authority and a little bit different. But we do have what we call standard public housing units, which are like the one we're in now, Warren Williams, Booker T. Washington, Canty Homes, Wilson Homes. Those are considered standard public housing. We also have mixed income housing, which are Ashley Station, which used to be Peabody, But it's now Ashley Station, and we also have what used to be Baker Village, and it's now Arbor Point, and those are beautiful communities that rival any other housing in Columbus, Georgia.
So when you say mixed, is that like mixed income, from low income to working people such as myself can stay there?
It is. It has a certain number of the units that are public housing certified, as well as other units that are considered for Section 8, and then there's the market rent.
Now, are they 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms?
They go from 1 to 3 bedrooms, so depending, and it's just a mixture, and it's just like a regular market rate community, and nobody knows what anybody pays for rent.
I know I rode by them, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, it is, go down Fort Benning Road, that is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Go down Tarleton Road, and I'm telling you, it's beautiful. You also have, for the seniors, you know, my senior community is watching. Tell what you have available for them.
We also have the sort of the same programs. We have senior properties that are E.J. Knight, which is a beautiful property in South Columbus. We have Nicholson Terrace, which is standard public housing, also a lovely high-rise. We do have a senior complex at Ashley Station, which is beautiful.
It is.
And we're in the process of building a senior complex at Arbor Point, and it should be, the first unit's ready probably in December for occupancy there.
Now, you also have a program if somebody is living in housing, and let's say they want to purchase their own home.
We do. We have a home ownership program, and that is in various stages depending on what program you're in. We do have a family self-sufficiency program, which helps those that have just gone to work, their funds go into an escrow account. So if you're on family self-sufficiency program, you get a job or get a raise in your job, a portion of that funds is put into a savings account for you for a down payment. We also have a home ownership program through our Section 8 program, where part of their Section 8 payment will help pay their house payment for them. So we have multiple programs. We also have one that we partner with NeighborWorks Columbus and Habitat for Humanity.
So it's basically moving people from the Housing Authority, if they would like, I want to say that if you would like, because some people I know love staying at the Columbus Housing Authority, but you have some people with families who would like to become independent. And so that's open to them, and that's open to all residents of Columbus Housing?
The programs are, it just depends on which one you fit into. But we have a program that would suit anyone as long as your income reaches, you know, where you can get a loan. We can work with you from Habitat for Humanity through NeighborWorks or through some of our other special programs.
Now, I'll tell you another thing people may not know. There's people sometimes they've dropped out of school, and now they want to, you know, get their GEDs. You have ways to help them with that, too.
We do. We have, again, multiple programs that we work within, but probably our most popular is called ROSS. It's R-O-S-S. That's Resident Opportunities for Self-Sufficiency. That program takes an individual, helps them to do whatever their goal may be. Say it is to get the GED. Not everybody has that goal, but if you do, you work with a one-on-one with a counselor. They help you, they direct you, they make sure that you get the connections you need in order to get your GED, to go to Columbus Tech, even go to Columbus State. But we work with you in order to just help you make those connections that you may not know exist.
Well, before we close out the show, this day we're talking about Major League ball player Edward Jackson and his fiancée, Miss Erica, is blessing your residents with Thanksgiving dinners. How did that come about?
That is so wonderful, and it was such a surprise to us. We were just overwhelmed when we received a phone call from Mr. Jackson's, I guess, his PR people that called originally, and they asked if we were interested in hosting this program, and yes, we were very interested, and we have families that are going they're just so excited. We do have one or two that aren't going to be here, and I will tell you why. One got a job. Today's her first day on the job.
Praise God.
So she couldn't make it, but it'll be delivered to her. So we have had some exciting things going on, and Mr. Jackson has really blessed us, and I can't tell you what this means to families to have their Thanksgiving meal ready for them.
Well, I want to tell you, Miss Beverly, finally, I got you on the hot seat on Big Girl Show. Thank you so much for letting Unity with Pam come out to the Columbus Housing Authority today.
Oh, I'm so glad to finally meet you and see that face.
Yes, ma'am. Big girl is in the house. Once again, I tell all my viewers, show love in the community. And like I said, please consider sponsoring Unity with Pam.
For more than 60 years, the Dairy Queen recipe for success has been simple. It's been a combination of hardworking people, great tasting food, and tempting treats served in our establishments every day. Although a lot has changed in 60 years, some things remain the same. The smiles on children's faces, a treat for a good report card, close friends enjoying a great meal, and families spending quality time together. Here at DQ, we are always committed to treat you right.
Come into Chester's Barbecue for our world-famous mouth-watering ribs, smoked fresh on our grill daily. Or try one of our barbecue pork plates with fresh sides. Chester's has delicious sandwich combos to choose from that are sure to please. We also serve tempting home-cooked favorites. And don't forget to take home your own bottle of great sauce. Chester's Barbecue, serving the best food at the best price, with 3 locations to serve you.
Welcome you to be a part of our ministry. This is not a put on, but this is a come on. And we come to share in our different ministries with our dance team, with our choir, and our TV ministry. And we're looking for great things to happen, great miracles to happen within this great thing to happen, great miracles to happen within this place. Come and be a part of the blessing plan.
When you've been hurt in an accident, it helps to have experienced and knowledgeable attorneys to help you in your time of need. For over 30 years, our office has been helping victims in auto and truck accidents or with work-related injuries. We resolve thousands of cases both in and out of court. So if you've been hurt and it wasn't your fault,
Talk to Walt.
Talk to Walt.
habla con Walt.
Talk to Walt.
Welcome you to be a part of our ministry. This is not a put on, but this is a come on. And we come to share in our different ministries with our dance team, with our choir, and our TV ministry. And we're looking for great things to happen, great miracles to happen within this great thing to happen, great miracles to happen within this place. Come and be a part of the blessing plan.